Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Rome 2. Here today on the channel, we're back with episode 5 of my Divide et Impera Let's Play. In today's episode, King Alexander II is going to be declaring war upon the Kingdom of Sparta and hopefully uniting all of Greece under an Epirus banner. With the help of his son, Epirus II, we should be able to fulfill Pyrrhus's dream of forming the Mediterranean Kingdom / the Adriatic Kingdom and being the main powerhouse, the maritime power in the Med. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. Okay guys, welcome to the campaign map. Let's get stuck into it. 263 BC. So, in the last episode, if you haven't gone and watched it, highly recommend you do. We managed to finish off the Athenians and the Aetolian nobles. We managed to take Pella, Larissa, Athens. Unfortunately, Macedon was taken out by the Athenians, so they were quite strong. Fortunately enough for me here, for some reason Sparta, I don't know, I think it's because I have military alliances and relatively good relations with these Greek factions. I tend to betray them all the time. But Sparta has pulled a full stack into the Athenian radius, which we're going to jump up upon. So, looking at the Senate, we've got the power of it. We're a kingdom, technically at the moment, but we've got 61%. We're under the reign of King Alexander II. Unfortunately, Pyrrhus died 45 years of age to Genoans. I don't like saying that, because he managed to absolutely rip raw through the Roman Republic and buried it and burnt Rome to a crisp, but he was taken out by Genoa. Like, come on, you want a cool barbarian? He was slain fighting Gauls. No, he was killed in Genoa. Genoa killed him. I don't know. Anyway, Knossos here. Can we join your war against Sparta? Because then we can get into that we can get that sweet old reputation. To unite all of Hellas, we do technically need to take Knossos, but it's so annoying in DEI to like move overseas, so I want to try and avoid it if we can. So we've got full stacks convalescing in Athens. I could have waited a little bit longer to get back to full strength, but I can't not take this opportunity here. It's like the Spartans are like trying to play chicken with me. They're like gaming with me, and they're going to lose. We've also got the Athenian garrison inside. We have my son and heir Epirus II, and Alexander, obviously the king, helping us out here. So, let's declare war upon the Kingdom of Sparta, calling in our Iberian and Sicilian allies. But let's get stuck into them here today. Their main Spartan infantry units is going to be the main problem. But they've got 4.2 of professional battle-hardened units against our mismatch of Epirus, Greek, Illyrians and whatnot. We do have some elephants, though. Let's do a quick save and a hard save, and hopefully throw back the Spartans from whence they came. Once we defeat this full stack, we should be able to march on Sparta with impunity, as they don't have a built-up defensive city. Macedon and Athens are very built up, of course, so they're a lot harder to snipe their capitals, but I can't believe that they've gone and done this, to be honest. However, you never know how the Spartans are going to perform on the battle map. So the Battle of Athena, 263 BC. The Spartans have come out with the centaurs, and hopefully Alexander II can earn his keep. It's foggy. We'll try and wait the re-roll. We'll take the dry day. Alright. Okay, so our reinforcements are coming from behind there. We'll try and merge up where we can, because we are coming in 3 angles. We want to try and rally up with our infantry as best we can. We don't want to be attacking the Spartans with one army group at a time. But as we've hit episode 5, and I think naturally in the campaign, we're probably going to hit quite perfectly the sweet spot of what I would consider a short victory conditions. We've gone and set out what I wanted to achieve. The main objective of this series was to defeat the Roman Republic. We managed to do that with Pyrrhus. I wanted to become the king of Italy and unite sort of the Roman tribes, Samnites, Etruscans, various Latins and whatnot. I would have liked to do it with all of under the control of Pyrrhus, making him a badass, but no, it doesn't always happen all the time. Occasionally you get your king sniped by Genoans. Such a meme. But look at these super heavy, oh my god, super heavy phalanx infantry. These Spartans. It's going to be hard to pretty much take them down, but we have elephants, so we should be able to rip roar through them. Okay, so we'll wait for our 2 army groups to rally up here. Oh, they could actually hit that army group at the back. We've got to keep an eye on that. Yeah, they're just going to sit pretty, which is fine. We'll rally up and we'll try and push the Spartans. But yeah, if you want to see more episodes of this, let me know in the comments. But I'm going to put a pin in the campaign. I'd rather just communicate and be honest with you guys. You guys know the gist. I've got to be mindful and keep an eye on the YouTube algorithm. The first episode of a series gets more views and support than most of the others combined. So, if you want to see more, leave the video a like, subscribe and comment. I'm sure you're tired of hearing this and other YouTubers and stuff go on about it a bit, but I'm better off to moving on to something else because people lose interest. It's just how it is. I've got to adapt. I've got to evolve. Long, episodical campaigns, particularly on gaming, aren't overly sort of viable these days. For me personally. So we'll try and form up here a little bit more. But yeah, we'll move on to something else. But let me know because I always pick my campaigns of what I want to do. I have Word documents. I have lists and lists of like picks, Total War, pick mod, and I've probably got like 5 suggestions that I'd like to do. So I can always add stuff depending on the general consensus. Unless you guys meme me. Rome 2 Scythia campaign or something. I'll be like, oh my god. If there's literally like 1,000 of you that do that, I'd hate you so much. I'd hate you who did that. We want to see a Scythia campaign. Actually, not on Rome 2, Rome 1. That'd be so annoying. I can't stand the horse tribes in the north. I personally prefer Rome's like the best faction, but second best is definitely for me the Hellenic world. There's so many cool backstories of famous generals to obviously Alexander's heirs and successors and Epirus and whatnot. Carthage is not too bad, but I have done one of them recently. That Gaul series did well. I had a lot of fun with that. Essentially forging the Kingdom of France earlier on. Okay, they're a little bit close there. And forming the Kingdom of Italy. So what we want to try and do is try and get them to attack us. We want to try and target their super heavy Spartan infantry, but that might have not worked. Yeah, we got missile cav. They've got a little bit of their own. Okay, maybe that wasn't the play. We just want to try and harass and harry and try and reduce some of the hit points of their super heavies. It looks like we might have encouraged an attack. We are technically attacking them, so we have to dictate the pace, but I want to be quite kind of passive until we rally up here a little bit. That needs to be a little bit better, that army group, please. Elephants. We've only just recently got them back, but ideally, if we can absolutely smack them into the back of those super heavy Spartans, that would be ideal once we pin them in place. Might get these guys to move up now, as they're starting to close the distance on my front line. They're moving up skirmishes, but they're intertwining quite well with their infantry. But we'll just have to see how we go. Man, oh man, the balance of power. Is that like 50-50 again, or is it more like 60? We just seriously are never favoured in DEI. Maybe I need to give the saves to you guys as well, because at this point, we're in a perfect position, like bang smack in the med. We can go anywhere where we want and probably steamroll any other faction. Maybe wars against Carthage might be interesting because that might be a bit of a slog. It usually is, just due to their territory that they hold in Iberia, but also trying to navigate throughout the Mediterranean on DEI due to the supply lines and needing a navy and ships. I like it because it's realistic. You shouldn't be able to island hop so easily like you are, but it can be annoying at times. So the Spartans look like they're trying to push and pressurize up, but we have no ambition of pushing too far forward. We'll try and hit these very heavy phalanx that are trying to push up against me. I've got to be careful. Let the slingers go for that. They're moving a full unit of Spartans against us 4. If we can fully surround them, we might be able to do something, but I don't know. These are super heavies. I haven't played a Spartan campaign in such a long time on DEI. I'm just trying to think what other factions I'm sort of open to. Maybe a Persian series might be a bit of a change of pace, but I have done a lot on Rome 2. Maybe I just need to move on to another Total War for a bit. I don't know, let me know. That Rome 2 series on the Byzantines done well. And Crusader Kings 2 has taken over the channel, along with Troy. Over the last couple months. So that Spartan, that general unit didn't come out to parlay with us, as it were. They pushed out and then they've pulled back. Maybe getting those elephants in can wrap around. So they're engaging our front line. Our skirmishers are putting the pressure on them. We can keep Alexander at the back throwing down Inspire and various buffs in there. I want to do more Warhammer 2 on the content on the channel, as I thoroughly enjoy that game. And like, we're sort of coming to the end of the life cycle of that game. Like, we mustn't be too far away in relative terms from Warhammer 3. Like, really, thinking about it. I have no idea when it's going to come out. I couldn't tell you anyway. But we'll see how it is. But the elephants are charging in here now against the Epirus pikes. Now that we're actually back in Hellenic territory, we actually get some decent pike units. Mostly in this series, we're relying on our heavy companion cavalry whenever we could get them. I guess they come from the noble pool because they're easier to get and missiles, but the land battle's been so fun in this series. I can't recommend playing as Epirus on DEI, because there's a lot of cool factions. Like, what I like is really close, unique, and different factions that you can fight. But we're in a really good position now. Like, you could really, to be honest, it's like you're probably going to steamroll. Like, you could steamroll through Massalia now, past the barbarians over the Alps. Potentially you could even betray Syracuse, or you can maybe even, now that you've got like Italy and Greece subdued, you probably could mount a pretty decent effort against the Seleucids, maybe even Ptolemy. But Ptolemy had pretty good relations with Epirus, so we'll try and go for this general unit here. We've managed to knock out 100 of them, but the Spartans are going to be fighting tooth and nail against the lighter Epirus infantry. Heavily armoured, ruthless in battle. Light armoured, sort of flanking boys is probably the play. But they are going to hold on here and fight to the death. Maybe we can invoke a little bit of the battle, the future medieval battle of Agincourt. Fight with lighter, medium units against their heavier Spartans. But my, like this, I guess in this analogy, the heavier Spartans would be the French heavy infantry. My elephants here have been absolutely smashed as they've been fighting spearmen, but I'm going to wrap things up here today, so, and move on to something else. Other games wise, I'm trying to think. So mostly strategy games on the channel. Mountain Blade, can you call it a strategy game? Anyway, the point I'm going to make is I will be playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla when I get it, so I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, the Spartans are wavering now and are nearly in a full retreat. Just turned to a little bit of a grind at the end, but a victory, we'll take that. A decisive victory. I want to try and run down as many of the Spartans as we could. Just skipped a little bit ahead, because we don't want any of them trying to make their way back to Sparta itself. We deployed 8.2k with Demetrios, soon to be a famed general like Seleucus. Demetrius, Seleucus, same thing. It's all Greek to me. And the Spartans lost 4.2k. Their general got 50 kills. Yeah, those heavy units, 137. They actually didn't perform too bad, even though being outnumbered 2-1. Looking at my units, archers did really well, swordsmen as well. Elephants, 238. I really like the elephants, but they just cost too much, and they do get targeted quite a bit. But maybe I'm not using them in the right way. I knew for this battle we didn't min-max them enough, but that's alright. So we've managed to win a decent victory here today. We'll ransom the captives, which will allow some of them to go, but that's always a good way to get a decent bit of money. Can anyone chase them down, or are we running out of movement points? Oh, we might just... Oh no, we've got enough here. We should be able to draw another army in. So that should be it for Sparta. You wouldn't think they'll be able to muster too many more. They are currently recruiting more in Sparta itself, but we should be able to push there within this turn or the next and stop that. Oh, they're actually outside. Maybe we'll try and poison them. There we go. Let's do a sabotage. Unfortunately, it was unsuccessful. We are using a custom image mod as well, because that was a image from... was it from the trailer, or was it from... I think it's just one from one of the Rome 2 base packs, I guess. Now, is Demetrius' army going to be enough? We'll see. Okay, welcome to the top of the turn. We're going to be able to take Sparta once and for all for King Alexander II. And we'll allow it to be Epirus II's new holiday home. So they've got some Helot archers here. Love that. Allow the Helots to be the garrison. We'll push in with all 4 armies. Yep, and that should be enough to give us a decisive order resolve. And we shall loot and occupy. Whoa, 16k, and Sparta has officially been destroyed. Wow, and on that note, unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching Episode 5 of my Total War Rome 2 Divide et Impera Epirus series. I've had an absolute blast playing this one over the last week, and I do plan to replace it with another campaign coming out tomorrow. So I want to thank you for all the fantastic feedback, suggestions for the series. I do recommend DEI, the DEI mod for Rome 2, if you do have it and want a sort of a new experience. Let me know if you want to see more Rome 2 on the channel. There are still a fair few more factions that I haven't played as, of course. I'm trying to think, like, Greek-wise, probably Bactria, Persia, some of the Iberian tribes. Haven't played as the Iceni in a while, and the Germans, if you want to see sort of a Rome 2-centric campaign next, or we can move on to something else. Been uploading a lot of CK2, maybe we need to go back to Hoi. CK3, sorry. I keep on saying CK2, because I played CK2 for, like, 8 years. It's going to take me a little bit of a... It came out 2012, didn't it? It's going to take me a little while to get my mind back into CK3. Not playing Impera Rome. I don't think so. I don't want to play that game. I did my 2 campaigns. I'm kind of done. So probably don't suggest that. Also, going to be uploading daily over the next coming weeks and months. I upload daily at 12 AM midnight Australia time, 3 PM London-ish. Obviously, like, time zones change and stuff, but the best metric is midnight Australia time, and of course about 10ish AM New York, and about 7 AM LA if you're on the West Coast. But I hope you've enjoyed this Epirus mini-series. I've personally had an absolute blast. I wish Epirus was alive a little bit longer, but I think we've gone and done his legacy proud. And the storyline of Alexander the second rising to the throne and fulfilling his father's legacy and dream was quite cool. Okay, I might actually fire up the Word document here. So, yeah, so series-wise, we could go back to Medieval 2. Wouldn't mind doing an England campaign. I haven't forgotten the 1212 AD mod. There's still a lot of factions we haven't played in that. Austria, Wales, Moors, Kiev. Rome 2-wise, yeah, I've written down here Persia, Massalia, Cameria, Iceni, Bactria that I haven't done just yet. There's heaps of Crusader Kings 3 factions I still haven't done. Hoi-wise as well. Even on some of the other Total Wars. Like Shogun 2. I haven't done a Shogun 2 Let's Play in so long. I've only done Oda. I've played more for the Samurai, but there's Chosokabe, Takeda, and Tokugawa. Me butchering Japanese names might be quite funny. Napoleon Total War. I don't think I've ever done a Let's Play on that on the channel. that I can really think of. Mostly mods. Maybe Britain. I've done once. Empire Total War as well. We've done a lot of Empire Total War on the channel. That had a bit of a resurgence, didn't it? We played as Prussia, we played as Russia, but we've still got like Sweden, the Ottomans, Spain, Poland, and obviously Warhammer 2. There's so many more factions that I still haven't played as. Third Age as well, Stainless Steel, and Rome 2. So there's some of the stuff that I've sort of highlighted. So just spitballing here. Probably go into a little bit in depth, more so with my series and stuff. But yeah, just let me know. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.